So, another day of me multitasking. I do hope that it is actually fine. To do so. Of course, quality in both things is gonna suffer to some degree, but I am really fine with it. So yeah, come on. Let's do so. Let's just keep it going. Why is it happening? Sometimes I just do not understand things. But anyway. Anyway. What can I talk about today? Let's actually see. It's a bit of a pity that there is no video today, again, but it just makes things a bit easier for me, to be honest. Besides the fact that it is way too small. There we go. I think this is nicer. But the audio is better, because for whatever reason my phone audio is better than my microphone's audio. It's what it is. I might be able to change that. Like, post-production is pretty powerful. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of things that I'm doing and that one can do to just make things better. And it is amazing. I really enjoy that. Challenges in our lives, friendship and food. Well, I'm just Googling most interesting topics. Let's actually see what people are saying. 99 mindful conversation topics for deeper connections. Let's see. Which sense do you find the most soothing? I wouldn't actually know. Describe the most captivating painting or artwork you've ever seen. It would probably be something surrealistic. I do really enjoy that art style. It's insane. I love it. I really do. Dali, for example, and other people, but him in particular. It is amazing. I do not really enjoy realism. I mean, we can't just take a photo and that is it. So why shouldn't I be doing that? On one hand, on the other hand, it's just really interesting to see what people can come up with. But yeah. What does your name mean? My name means the person that carries Christus. So Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. I guess. Just to see what Wikipedia is saying. Christopher is the English version of a Eurobite name derived from the Greek name Christophorus, or with PH or with F. The constituent parts are Christos, which is Christ, or anointed, and therein, to bear, hence the Christ bearer. As a given of first name, Christopher has been in use since the 10th century. In English, Christopher may be abbreviated as Chris, Topper, and sometimes Kit. It was frequently the most popular male first name in the United Kingdom, having been in the top 20 in England and Wales from the 1940s until 1995, although it has since dropped out of the top 100. The name is most common in England and not so common in Wales, Scotland, or Ireland. Which is actually pretty interesting, since I am from Austria, and there are some Christophers. I know of them, but not that many, to be honest. Like, really not that many. Antiquity, modern, some famous people with the surname, fictional characters, and so on and so forth. So it's by far not a very special name whatsoever, and yada, but I'm fine with it. I really am, to be honest. Anyway, Let's actually see what Nat Eliason is having for us. Summaries, notes, and reviews from books I have read. Let's actually see which articles there are still left for us to go through. 2021 year in review. The life-changing magic of high-speed career sampling. Well, it seems I'm a crypto developer now. I deployed my first set of 4 smart contracts last week, and then it's some of the most fun I've ever had with work. This is the first time in a while I felt pulled to working 10 to 12 hours a day. Not because of financial stress or urgency, but because I'm having so much damn fun with it. It took a while to get here though. I started winding down my rolling growth machine a bit over a year ago and officially stepped out in December. Since then, I've tried on 3 or 4 different new careers, quote unquote careers, until I hit on this one. And since this one feels like it is the one that is sticking, I thought I'd share what that process looked like. The goal. I think the goal of any career search is to find a sufficient, lucrative, infinite game you could keep playing indefinitely. Every job is a game. Some of the games suck, some are fun, some are lucrative, some aren't, and it is all individual. Let's actually see if it is still recording. Yes. Yes. There are things you love and there are things you hate. Things you hate, others love. The goal of high-speed career sampling is not to get a bunch of jobs, it is to do a bunch of different forms of work so you can do types of work without permission or anyone giving you a job, and you should probably try on the type of work before you take on a 2 to 4 year job. Basically, you want to find a type of work that you enjoy doing, that pulls you in deeper and that you keep doing for minimal compensation. If it happens to also pay a lot, great, but you should enjoy it even if it doesn't. This doesn't mean find your passion or that brand of nonsense as much as it means what kind of crap you're willing to put up with. For example, I'm very okay with sharing my random thoughts about things to 10,000s of people with minimal editing. Many people are terrified by that idea, so that is one kind of crap I'm willing to put up with. I'm not willing to put up with, say, meetings. I have almost 0 meetings in my life and it is incredible. I also am not willing to put up with a salary. That is a different one. Most people prefer a reliable salary, but I see a salary as a cap on upside, and I would rather have the ownership anyway. Where I started. YouTube. Ali Abdal was blowing up, and it seems like all the cool kids were starting YouTube channels, and I had a head start, so why not? Let's start a YouTube channel. I think I was pretty good at this. I've always been a confident public speaker and I have years of articles to use as content. I feel rather good about this video, for example. YouTube was tough. It is a lot of work to do. The shooting, editing, writing, etc. Even with an editor, it was really draining. I was getting subs pretty quickly, which was great, but I kind of dreaded the whole making videos part. Not a good infinite game for me. Yeah, I understand that. I really fucking do. It is a lot of work. It might be overseen by people, but it is a shit ton of work. Definitely to keep in mind, definitely to notice. Round number 2. Wait. Then I did a bunch of mushrooms and I realized the whole thing was super inauthentic, so I quit. Commercial real estate, which is round 2. Then I tried to start a town. Honestly, I still love this idea. Basically, I wanted to buy up the main street of a small town that's had its business wrecked by Amazon/Walmart and turned it into a sort of creator hub for remote workers. I went pretty far down this path. I had a business partner. We validated a ton of buildings. I met a lot of people in the town I was considering doing it in. But there were a few problems. 1, money. It is an insanely expensive project with very low returns and very long timelines. I could go raise money for it, but it probably wouldn't be a good ROI for people, and it would cost a lot of reputation points. Yes. For me, it is for sure something to keep in mind, which might actually subconsciously be one of the reasons why I do quite never ask for anything. I feel like that when I'm doing so, I would have to give something in return. Probably. And I do not want to do so. So I don't. It's, it's complicated and it is also pretty, I don't know. Doesn't make too much sense. Round 3, software developer. Then I started coding more. I've always been interested in coding. I remember kind of wanting to get into as a kid, but not having the resources to explore it. Then round 4, DeFi builder. So then through all this time, a few things were going on. One, those automatic Bitcoin/Ethereum buys I wrote about in 2017 had suddenly turned into a lot of money. 2, there was actually interesting stuff happening in crypto besides speculating on shitcoins. Most people just weren't aware of it yet. How do you know when to quit? Psychedelics help. Just when the work feels like a chore, remember you're looking for an infinite game of a type of work. Every job is going to have parts that suck. That is just necessary. But if you love the underlying type of work you're doing, the sucky parts are worth it. Yeah. And it is indeed something that I'm having a really hard time with. Most often I feel like that whatever job I'm doing, I kind of dislike it. For whatever reason. I mean, it is very difficult for me. It really is. And I'm probably going to have a pretty hard time, working a job, I guess. I have had periods of time where I've been fully employed 100%. At this point in time, I am 20% employed. There are good sides about the job, and there's just some sides that I absolutely hate about it. At this point in time, it's doing better because, of course, when you're starting a new job in the first few months or whatever it might be, it's always like, I don't really know. It's a bit shitty maybe, but yeah. Period. And then when you're getting used to things, and then when things become your new normal, starts to getting better. How do you fund this? What if people judge me? Get over it. You're going to stick with some shitty type of work you don't like because Jeff from high school might judge you for your LinkedIn. Jeff sucks. How do I learn this stuff? YouTube, blogs, Discord, Twitter. No one in history has ever had more access to choose and learn a new career than you have today. Don't waste it. Yeah, but you have to commit to things. I agree, but you have to commit to the right things. You should probably spend at least 10 to 20% of the time you'll eventually spend on something, deciding if you want to spend that time on it. So for a 10-year career, it is